Hello, everybody, and sorry I've been away for so long, but there has been some things that have been going on this year alone. My grandmother sadly has passed away in this past April, and 8 days later, my father passed away. So my biological father. I haven't really had much of a relationship with him, but I still have memories of him up until 12 years old. So it bothers me and yet it doesn't bother me. I don't know how to explain it, but my grandmother's passing really it took a number on me as well as my whole family. I'm doing better, but I'm still a little distant from certain activities, lack of interest in things. I've been slowly picking up hobbies again, and this is something new. I don't know how well you can see it with the light of this camera, but this is a mosaic mirror. I made it with in a class. Something I did to help get the spirit back in. And then last week I got some more not so very thrilling news. Last week I was doing my pre-employment checkup and screenings because I'm hopefully going to be starting a new job on the first, hopefully. Um, I tested positive for tuberculosis. Um, I had a chest X-ray done on Monday. They said my chest was clear. There's no signs of it being active. And I discussed this with my parents because apparently, and this is where the shattering part comes in, because apparently people knew information that could have been very helpful to me to know at this current day. Apparently, this scar right here that I have on my neck, I've been told up until this day that it was a benign tumor. Well, come to find out, it was a tuberculosis mass. It's a mass that can resemble a tumor but isn't a tumor. But because of the mass, I have the natural TB antibiotics and germs, bacteria within my body. So I'm more or less what you would call a carrier. I have the Latin TB um, infection, which means that I can't spread it to no one. I'm not contagious, at least not at the moment. Um, I can't spread it to anybody unless I am active. And apparent, I guess it can go active whenever it wants, but the highly chances of it going active is if my immune system has been severely compromised. And with COVID, that was when I had the test done originally, that was a really thought process in my head because it's a new disease and my body didn't know how to react to it when I got sick with it. So that was new. So I thought maybe along those lines, something may have woken up. The paranoia part of my brain working against me. But everything's okay at the moment. I've been cleared, so all is good. But I'm still going to be getting together with my primary here soon to discuss if there's anything that I need to do because apparently I was treated when I was a child, but I don't know how long ago that was, and I don't know if I was supposed to have regular treatments, being that way. And I knew that, and I also found out that I'm supposed to have yearly chest X-rays to, keep an eye on it. And I haven't had any. I haven't had any of that done since I was 2 years old. So, and the medicine nowadays is a lot stronger. So, but they did mention that I don't want to destroy all the antibiotics and all the germs within my body because if I ever do, if the disease itself ever does decide that it wants to become active, I'm going to want those antibiotics to help me fight off the infection. But again, I am not contagious at the moment. I'm 100% fine. I feel fine. I'm not sick, but my future is a little uncertain. Because I had the mask when I was young and I was a carrier, this entire time, my entire life that I've been positive, I now have to speak with Alex's pediatrician to find out if there's concerns for him because of when I was pregnant for him. So this stuff could have been very, very helpful years ago. So that was kind of a mind blowing thing, but I'm handling that a little bit better than grandma. I'll tell you that much. I miss grandma every day. Every day. There's a moment that goes by that I don't think of her. It's one moment it's like, okay, I'm doing good, I'm great, I'm kind of accepting it, and then out of the blue it's like, no, no, this can't be true. This can't be right. She can't really be gone, but it's a stage of grief that everybody eventually goes through. And don't sit there and tell me that it gets better with time, because time only helps me figure out how to manage it and how to deal with it. But the pain of missing her gets worse every day. And if you haven't lost someone extremely close to you, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. If you have, then obviously you found better ways to deal with it. And I'm trying. I mean, every once in a while I get back into painting, but I'm just having trouble staying focused and staying interested in things at the moment. And it's something that I'm trying to break out of because I got to go back to work to help support my family. We're doing good. Everyone here is doing good. Space Life's doing good. Alex is doing good. He started his summer program at his school. Speaking of which, I got to go and get him from the bus stop here momentarily. But I don't plan on making a serious commitment to this channel. I mean, I'll post stuff on here whenever I feel like it. So I don't care how many subs I got and how many I get. It's a lot of the friends that I have follow me through YouTube. And this is my best way of being able to say, hey, this is how I am. This is how I'm doing today. I hope you're all doing well. I have friends that are overseas in the UK, and I hope they're doing well and bracing through this horrible heat wave that we've had going on these past few days. It hasn't been exactly very pleasant over here either. But unfortunately, Alex and I have the luxury of a little miniature little swimming pool. For him, it's it's the best thing on the planet, but it's it's a small little wading pool, but it doesn't for an adult you can't really technically swim in it, but on a really hot day it's very refreshing. Feels really, really nice. Very, very nice. But I think, well, today it cooled down quite a bit. We had some thunderstorms and rain this morning. Um, I think the highest it reached here was like 96 degrees, but with humidity, I think it was just peaking a little over 100. Not really certain. I wasn't keeping track, but I don't really have as much of a sensitivity to the heat as Space Dive and Alex does. I could be out in the heat for like an hour at a time. As long as I have a body of water nearby, I'm fine. I can be outside all day. Yes, I do wear sunscreen and all that to protect myself, but I actually enjoy the heat. I just don't like the cold. I hate the cold. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Summer is coming to an end quickly. This year has just gone by really, really fast. I can't believe it's almost August already. And Alex is celebrating Alex's ninth birthday next week already. He's going to be 9. Wow, where does the time go? So this is more of like a vlog, like a journal kind of thing, I think, for me. It'll help me to post my feelings and get them out there. And anybody who's willing to comment, about what helps them get through grief, I mean, I'm more than welcome for the hearing. It's just, don't criticize me. Everyone grieves differently. For me, I'm finding this very difficult. Not as difficult as my mom and my aunt, though, unfortunately. There's that thing that runs through your brain, like the shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I had done this. I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have spent more time with her, this and that. But I was totally and completely blessed to be able to work with her 5 days a week for 5 years. I had that time with her, and I absolutely loved it. And I'm gonna miss making her sandwiches, and I'm just gonna miss her in general. Calling her up because I can't figure out the daily Sudoku puzzle or the daily Jumbo or the daily crypto. Normally I'm pretty good at those, but when I get really seriously stumped, it's like, okay, call grandma, like, hey grandma, what you get? What was the answer for today's crypto? I kind of got a little stumped. And she wouldn't give me the full answer. She would just give me like a few little hints and little riddles to help me get my brain working to figure it out for myself. But that was grandma. Grandma, she is the helping kind. She's just more of the helping to help you figure it out for yourself. Because in her mind, she wasn't going to be there forever, and you had to learn how to do this stuff on your own. So whenever there was whenever we had an issue and we asked her for advice, she'd always be like, Stephanie, I don't know what to tell you. It's not that she didn't know what to tell me, it's that she figured that I was old enough to start figuring out this stuff for myself. And she's right. She was right. Very much right. And summer's coming to an end, which means holidays are approaching. The first holidays without her. We got through her birthday, Mother's Day, and 4th of July and Memorial Day, but now we have the major ones coming up, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, that are coming up. That's it's going to be difficult, but they always say the first year is always the most hardest. But thank you for tuning in and listening. Unfortunately, I have to go because I have to get ready to go get my son from the bus stop. We won't be swimming today because unfortunately the sun's not out enough for that, and I just don't feel like swimming today. But thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you all are having a very good and blessed day.